We just arrived in South America.
We got it home.
The second continent that we have traveled to in our van. And as you might be able to guess, there are just some different challenges that we need to be prepared for than what we encountered in North America. Latin America has more extreme weather, for instance. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning and it is a blazing, dude. It has less opportunities to take public showers and, well, frankly, some quite drastic requirements for color in its homes. So I've spent the last couple of weeks working on some renovations to get our van ready for this new continent. And after successfully renovating a van in Colombia, of all places, we are ready to unveil our favorite iteration of our home. So, bienvenidos, amigos. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is that better?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. The first room in our house here is our living room. A couple highlights. These ladies have just joined our family. Now, they represent both Christian and I. And if you know us well, then you can probably tell which one is which. This is me because I like to dance. And this one is Christian because he likes to smoke and show off his nipples.
Do I?
Yeah.
I like to show.
So that is the intellectual of the family, and this is the fun of the family.
Right.
For those of you guys who might have watched a lot of our videos up until this point, you might notice a huge change, a massive change in our couch. We decided we wanted to absolutely liven up the place because we are in Latin America, and in Latin America you just gotta have some color, you gotta have some vibrancy. So we actually went and bought hammocks that were handmade by locals in Colombia and reupholstered our couch with those hammocks. An oldie but goodie is this pillow. We got this right after our first trip into Mexico like a year and a half ago, and it still remains one of my favorite pieces in our home. It was made by women in Oaxaca in Mexico, which is one of our favorite places in Mexico. And it just makes me so happy. When we built our van, we decided that we wanted a couch, but we also wanted a guest bed so that we could host friends and family. So you are cordially invited to come sleep on our very comfortable guest bed. Underneath our couch/guest bed, we also have our clothing. We didn't want any overhead cabinets for our clothing. We just wanted it to be under here because it's easier to grab and it just keeps our whole van flowing open. So this top drawer, this is where I keep all of my clothes. And this bottom drawer is where Christian keeps all of his clothes. And I'll tell you a secret. Christian has a lot more clothes just hidden around in random places.
Whoa, but I sweat a lot more than you do. Aubrey only wears 3 pieces of clothing.
That is true. These, I have like another version of both of these things and that's all I wear. So.
Literally, why do you even have an entire drawer full of clothes, dude?
That's for Argentina. Yeah. I have sweaters in there, just hanging out, waiting for Argentina.
Right. I feel like one of these drawers
could fit all my
clothes. Could probably be your clothes drawer.
It's very true, actually. This guy holds all of our laundry when our clothes are dirty. Mostly Christian's laundry, as you might be able to guess. But it also doubles to make this couch into an L couch so that we can host more people. And we've fit, what, like 8 or 9 people in here?
More than that. We fit a dozen, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people can fit in here when we have it in the L couch. My babe, would you like to show them the rest of the living room?
Sure. Prepare yourself, Christian. Don't look like a sweaty slob. Okay. One of the more technical elements of our new build is a new fan here. If you guys remember, we've always had a fan here, but we upgraded our fan recently. So we've got a fan in the back and a fan in the front. So we've got airflow all the way through, which for these crazy hot countries, you wouldn't even believe how key it is. We've had nights before where we literally can't sleep because it's so hot. We've got to just go sit in the front, turn on the AC, and just miserably sit, you know, at 2 a.m. not being able to sleep. Now with our new fan system, that is not the case. So this is one of the biggest upgrades of our build. fan in the back, fan in the front. Really awesome fan because it has a rain vent over it, so it can rain and we still have airflow, no problems. So this boy is a beast. If you come over and you're a guest, you'll have very nice airflow, we promise. This is kind of our living space. We get our table out right here and we can fit a couple of people around it, and we've got kind of our hosting area right here. This isn't exactly a pretty sort of process, so maybe just cut to me enjoying the seat, you know? This is definitely the most vied for seat in the house. This is like the throne of the house. Neither me or Aubrey really ever get to enjoy this seat because usually the greediest guest lays claim to it. Also, we obviously like to close this area off at night because we don't want people peeping us while we, you know, I'll be like watching a movie or something. So we pull these guys right back, and these are blackout curtains. So as I can demonstrate, you can't see anything on the other side.
Where did he go?
Let's no light through.
Wow.
No sound through, nothing. They're very good weatherproofing curtains. They don't allow much heat through at all. So very insulating, which is nice because it gets mighty hot up here. So often we've got a really cool back and a really hot front. I don't know what I'm talking about anyway. Anyway, whatever.
Your tattoo is looking really cool, nice. It matches too.
Matches our colors. Yeah. This is the thing. All my tattoos, the more colorful I get, the more colorful our van gets. Everything matches.
True.
This is the remote to one of our fans. How crazy fancy is that? It's actually the remote to our back fan. Babe, why did you choose to put the remote to our back fan up in the front?
Because when we're back there, we don't need a remote. When we're up here and we don't want to climb on the bed, it doesn't work.
I'm gonna turn it on real quick.
No, it doesn't have batteries in it.
Oh shoot. Never mind guys, that's a useless remote. This is the remote-ish to our heater. We have an S-Bar D2 diesel heater, very efficient heater, really the best heater on the market for what we do. It's all underneath the van and complicated, so I can't really show you, but what I can show you is our little hub right here. We just power it on, uses diesel. It's a crazy, crazy good heater. You can set it to the exact degree you want it. Only problem for you Americans is you gotta know Celsius because it only works in Celsius. Fortunately for us, we've learned Celsius.
Nice.
I know. Hot air comes from right here, and the heater itself's inside the box. So we point it down so that when we're really, really cold, we can get our little feet. We can put them right here, and then we can just see how long we can last until we're like, we smell burning of the wool socks, you know? Aubrey sewed some magnets in that go right around the little boy. Whoop. So we can have privacy and warmth at the same time.
Huge.
A couple of other key features. We've got our battery. Everything plugs right the frick in. Couple of 100-watt solar panels on the roof. Go to a 1400-watt lithium-ion battery. Boom. Our lights, we've just got two different circuits. So the front ones have a dimmer right here. Back ones have a dimmer right on the other side. When we make this an L couch, or when we need to store our stuff, we uncover our secret drawers, is what we call them. And now they are being seen publicly by more than a few people, so they're not so secret. But on the top here, we've got all of our camera equipment. And then on the bottom, we have our computers and anything else that we need to hide from, you know, anybody knowing about this secret drawer. So that's pretty nice because everything's tucked right away, has its own special place. And then as soon as we leave, where'd it go, man? We've got a couple of drawers right here that we previously used for knickknacks, but then realized we don't need two big knickknack drawers, and we moved our pantry right here. So this is more of like the things we actually eat, and then this is more, you like that little foot move? Did you catch that?
That was nice.
Anyways.
Really nice foot feel.
This is more of our coffee and our sauces right there. So yeah.
I really hog the kitchen. I'm one of those wives, plural, that just kind of doesn't want anybody in my space. I do like it when Christian cooks, but like, I don't know, I just like it more when I cook. So, I will show you my kitchen. This is one of the few items that has survived all three of our renovations. This is our favorite fridge. It is the most efficient fridge on the market, in my opinion, for a couple of reasons. A, it's built for a really limited electrical system, and then it also, because it opens like this, like an ice chest, the cold air sinks so it stays inside the fridge. It doesn't just pour out or anything like that, so you can open it safely and not be afraid that you know, absolutely wrecking your power setup. And it fits a lot of food. We can usually get probably enough food for what you think, like 4 or 5 days in here?
Probably.
Yeah, if we're like really careful. These aren't kitchen items, but they're some of our favorites. This is, what is her name? Rosarita? Or something like that? From Querétaro. This is the kind of like traditional doll that they make in Querétaro, and we just decided we had to have one. This also came from Querétaro. We met a guy at this random restaurant or hostel or something that we happened to be at one night, and we just hit it off with him. We ended up going and grabbing a couple drinks with him, and afterwards he just wanted to give us some gifts. So he gave us this, and we don't use it very often, but we just love it. It's just like a little ashtray. And you know, Mexican looking skeleton. These drawers kind of house a lot of our kitchen items. This one is kind of our medicine cabinet. This one, I don't even know anymore. It's just kind of whatever.
What even is in there?
I have no idea. This guy is our silverware drawer, and we have, you know, like some knives, chopsticks, this. And last but not least, we got kind of our toothbrush drawer, face wash, deodorant, contacts, random stuff. We'll show you this in a second, but we have 25 gallons of clean, fresh water in our van, which is a huge upgrade from what we were doing before. And I'll show you how this works. We turn the switch on, and then our water is able to run. Underneath the sink, we have these kind of like little tiny plastic drawers that house a lot of random things. So our soap and our sponges, our kitchen towels, sunscreen and bug spray, essential oils because we're hippie like that. And then we also have our trash can under here. In this drawer is all of our dishes and our cooking ware. So we have our pots and pans, bowls, even a colander, our plates and our eating bowls, our cups, our mugs. Everything fits in this drawer. And if you're a guest, you are not allowed to try to Tetris this in because it's impossible. It is a very specific technical dance.
I think it's if you're a guest or if you're a husband. You're not allowed to.
Yeah. When Christian tries to put stuff in here, I'm like,
she kicks me out of it.
Just let me do it. Just let me do it. Everything has its spot, and there's very little room for error, I'll just say. We got our mirror here, which is really nice for getting ready in the morning. Our knife rack, a lot of people wonder, does this magnet knife rack mean that your knives fall off? We've never had it happen before. And then we got our spice rack here, spices, hydrogen peroxide to clean our food just to make sure we don't get sick. Cleaner. This is really key. This is water mixed with peppermint essential oil to cool ourselves down because it's so hot. Oh, and this clip is also very key as well. I guess we can sort of hang this here. Usually our rag goes right here, and this is reserved for my phone to just prop while I cook so I can watch Netflix.
What do you exactly watch when you cook?
Friends.
Yeah, exactly.
All the time.
We call it the Friends hook.
The Friends hook. Yeah, this is the Friends hook, and when it's not time to watch Friends, I like to keep it this way so that I'm not tempted. But when it is time to watch Friends, it can be down.
You drop the Friends hook.
Yeah, and sometimes like it kind of comes undone while we're driving. So if it's down and I didn't put it down, then I take it as an omen. It's a sign that it's time for me to watch Friends. Right. This is our pee funnel. This is how we do number one. That's number one, right?
Definitely number one.
And we have a sign here that says baños, just in case anybody was confused.
Right.
We also have a toilet paper holder so that we don't lose our toilet paper. That happens more often than you might think. And our pee funnel just hangs. Whoa, that was really scary. Pee funnel just hangs up there. And that's our bathroom solution. And then under here we have our gray water. We try to keep it sort of within reach so that we can easily pull it out every other day or so and dump that out. We use biodegradable soap as often as we can, and that way, you know, we're not hurting the environment too much. On the other side here we have our camp stove, and then our Vitamix, so kind of our cooking food appliances. This might not look like much, but this is our shower.
time.
Spicy.
First of all, big wool blanket that we were really excited, just happened to match our little van colors so well. So this is a pretty little thing, but right now we don't really need it at all. There's no really, actually. We really genuinely don't need it. So we just kind of keep it around because it looks nice. And once it gets colder, we'll need it quite a bit. We've got our fanny pack hook, probably the most important thing in this van.
Yeah, definitely.
Both of our fanny packs are just falling apart in real time, but they're hung up. As you might notice, we've got a surfboard now. As you also might notice, it doesn't look very good right now. And this is because we haven't figured out a solution to hang it up yet. We will figure this out. But you know what? We thought, why not just show you guys the real deal? And we don't have a hung up surfboard.
You can make this really funny and be like, we haven't ever used it.
Right.
So the only wave it's ever been on is the wave on the wall. But now we're cool van lifers with a surfboard, so we don't mind.
So Aubrey just told me to make a joke. We haven't ever used it, so the only wave it's ever been on is the wave on the wall.
That was a pretty nice joke, huh?
It was a very nice joke.
Yeah.
We just bought this from a couple we just bought this from a couple of other overlanders who were heading back up north and were selling other stuff. So we kind of just, you know, hit the jackpot, got a big pile of loot from them. So excited to take that little puppy out. Other than our bed, like I said, we've got a fancy new fan right here. Has a remote, has 10 speeds. Our pictures, as you might have seen in the past, this is an old transfer from the last little decorative time, but we threw it back here. So hometowns, honeymoon spot, and a really lovely little new decoration by Aubrey. So props to her for that one. Well, if you've been wondering why every shot is blown out in the background, it's because the Colombian sun is insane. Here's our garage, guys. First major modification and our newest iteration of our build is this insanely nice water tank. So this is a 25-gallon water tank. We have it hooked up here to allow airflow to the water. On the other side we have tubing, obviously, to go to our sink. But this thing is amazing. We can just fill it up right from here. And if you've ever dealt with having to, you know, every single 2 days, throw another 5 gallons in there, it is literally the worst chore in the history of the world. So this allows us to do it once every like 5 or 6 days instead of every other day. This drawer slides out. We've got a bunch of tools. We could literally pretty much redo this entire build just with the tools we have in here. That's everything from painting stuff to a saw to a drill to silicone, everything. All right in here. The next box back is our cold weather stuff. So when we get down to Patagonia, we're gonna be sorted out. Last box is our backpacking stuff. So we have everything we need to hit the mountains. So we haven't really been using those back two boxes since we've been in this kind of weather. Been using the tools a lot. I've got my guitar right here. And then importantly, we also have snorkeling gear that we've been using all the time. So we're able to fit all that, no problem at all. A couple of yoga mats, and then our bikes have a slide out tray right here. So it's super easy to just slide our bikes out, pop them out. Takes just a couple of minutes and we can fit bikes. Got a couple hiking boots right here, but these things are awesome. These are covers for our back window that fit perfectly, are magnetic, fold right up like this, but honestly we usually just keep them down. So this is super weatherproofing, allows for a lot less sunlight and really insulating. So it's pretty nice. Aubrey finally let me have a chance to do the voiceover, so let's get this voiceover started. Chances are this is not the first van tour you've watched. I know when we were first wanting to get started in this, we watched literally every single van video on the internet because we were so obsessed with getting out on the road. You might be wondering how a couple of goofballs in their early 20s who don't know anything about anything were able to get started with this lifestyle. I'll be totally honest with you, the number one thing that got us out here is that we got through college without any debt at all. Think about this. The average college student graduating in the US comes out with $30,000 worth of student loan debt. That is insane. To put that in perspective, Aubrey and I bought this van and did the entire conversion for half of that amount of money. We worked with a company called Merit Education to totally rethink our degrees. Merit helped us work with universities around the country that put together a flexible, affordable, and accredited bachelor's degree that we could complete while we traveled. The only way it works so well for Aubry and for me is because we're self-starters and we actually had a dream that we really wanted to make a reality, and we were willing to put in the work. All we needed was a tool in our hands to get us there. Guys, I'm telling you this in this video because I think it's probably going to get quite a bit of exposure, and this is the #1 tip that me and Aubry would share if you want to realistically do this lifestyle. I've convinced all of my siblings, I've convinced so many of my friends to do this because it was such a big deal for us. Screw being in debt for all of your 20s. That is ridiculous, man. Screw this type of lifestyle that's gonna limit all of your options as soon as you get out of the house. That is crazy. This is an alternative that if you're hardworking enough, if you're motivated and you have a goal, could allow you to live this sort of lifestyle and actually get a degree to keep all of your traditional options open. Guys, you can go to the link in the description box, lumerit.com/Matneys. You can get on the phone with one of these guys. They'll give you a free quote. And I'm telling you, especially if you've tried college before and it hasn't worked out for you, you ran out of money or you dropped out or you just wanted to do different things with your life, this is a way to keep the college door open and still pursue whatever you want to pursue affordably.
Ooh, our van looks so nice. We haven't done this shot with this new van yet.
Plus, we're in front of our respective ladies.
Oh, true. Yeah, we always have to be, don't we? We always have to be on the correct sides.
Like, the only thing that she has that I don't have is the biceps. I got the boob game going. I've got the intellectual sit going. I just don't have her yokedness.
Yeah, true. I do, though. I'm yoked like her.
That's true. That's true.
For sure, for sure.
And that's that, guys. We're going to be exploring South America a ton. We're about to explore Colombia a lot more. New friends, new places, new faces.
New continent!
New continent. And I hope you enjoy and come along for the ride. We're going to be putting out a lot more great videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
P.S. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Okay? We'll see you in the next one. Bye!